Welcome to another in-depth tutorial. The next song, of course, involves chord charts, which we will supply for you. I'm going to put them right up here so you can see them clearly of the chords we need as we go along the song, starting with the introduction of the song all the way through to the ending, okay? So anyway, this is an in-depth tutorial, so we're going to take a very close look, and I'm going to slow the tempos down and things like that so that you can better play along with me on these tutorials, okay? Before I continue though, however, don't forget, give us that thumbs up and subscribe and ring that notification bell if you would. I would appreciate that so much. And also, there are those of you folks out there who generously offered monetary support, and we are currently setting up that page right now. But we want to thank you. We appreciate that so much because it helps us keep this channel going for you of all these music videos and tutorials that we're going to have coming. We got a lot more tutorials coming, and we have a lot more videos coming as well. But your monetary support helps so much in keeping this this channel going. So we appreciate that very much. In the meantime, though, thank you so much for tuning in right now. And if you're ready, let's go. All right, today's in-depth tutorial is going to be We're All Alone. And I did look it up. It is on our third album called The Night Music. And of course, I couldn't remember. I had to look it up. But my theory has always been, if you buy all of the CDs, all the C&K CDs, it's on one of them. Okay. Anyway, all right. So let's get started. This is in the key of D. Okay. And what we're going to go over right now is that intro. The song begins, right? All right. And by the way, the intro that I'm doing for you now is basically a copy of the what's on the album, which is actually done by the piano. I want to say it's an acoustic grand. I don't remember now. It could have been an acoustic electric grand, a Yamaha electric grand. But anyway, it's a great sound. But that's the intro that I'm doing for you here. So we begin with a D, and then as you'll see by the chord charts over here, so we've got that, it's what it's called pedaling the D. So that D appears. That's called pedaling the D. So it just means that's the bass, regardless of the chord changes, that is the bass, okay? So the intro goes. And then you arpeggio. All at once. It's third, second, first string, and then we jump, so we go. Okay? It's easier for me to do it at tempo, but anyway, let's try and slow it down for you here. So the intro again. 3, 2, 1. And then here, and then we slide up. Okay. Okay, that's that first section of the intro, okay? Now we're going to learn. Okay, so here we go with the first part again. And notice I hit that D down there. Okay. Then the song begins. Okay, so let's take it again. So that intro goes. And you saw on your chord chart there, there are no fingers there. It's just all open strings. All right, that's that D. I think it's a D6. And then we bring down it's another D again. Just a different fingering for the D. We still got the That would be the D on the bottom. Now we've got a F sharp on the bottom. So you want that ba-da-dum. Okay. And then we basically I'm doing 3 strings there, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. And here we're doing just a plain old G chord, but not barred. As opposed to this. And don't forget, on any of these songs, the intro can still be played with just your basic chords. It won't sound like this, it'll sound a little bit different, but it's still the intro. So if that's the only way that you can do it, that's okay. As you advance more, you'll be able to do a little bit more sophisticated playing. So don't worry about that, that comes with time. And as always, all these chords that I'm teaching you, you're going to be able to play a myriad of other songs with the chords that you're learning throughout these songs that I'm teaching you. It opens up the door to so many songs because you'll look at a song and it'll say, the chord chart will say, you know, a D sus with a 13 or whatever. And you'll go, wait, I know that chord. I learned it already. So that's the advantage of learning these chords. And of course, as always, don't forget to learn the names. Very important. The names are very, very important. I can't stress it on you enough how important. There's going to be a lot of you guys that go, yeah, whatever, and go ahead and learn them. But the day will come when you will play with a band and they're going to say, hey, it's in the key of F sharp minor. And you're going to go, oh, what's that? Yeah. So learn the names as we go. It's not that difficult to remember the names. So, okay. And again, this is just a D, an inversion of the D with that F sharp on the bottom. Okay. And on the top as well, actually. Okay, so here we go with the intro one more time. And then the song begins, okay? Let's do it one more time, and we're going to slow it way down, and this time we're going to do it a tempo, at the slower tempo, of course. 2, 3, 4, and... outside and so forth. Okay, this is during the verses. So let's go to the verses now. Got the chords up for the verses. So and it begins with a plain old D. But notice how I'm. Okay, so it's thumb, first finger, and then 2nd and 3rd finger on the 2nd and 1st string. Okay, and then we're going to come down the scale. So it's as though we're coming down from this D. Dum, bum is the next story. So we could have played it this way too. It's a little bit more complicated and a little bit more sophisticated this way. I'm not used to doing it that way, but in any case, it can be done from here. Outside the rain begins. I kind of like the sound of the open strings better, so it's like outside the rain begins. Sorry about that. You can do it that way. So I like to walk it down this way. And then arpeggio. E minor. And this is a nice step going up. It is basically an A7th. And then it's an A7th with a sus4 and a 13 in there. You don't have to remember that part. Just remember, it's basically going up the scale using the A7 as your beginning. Those are the two important notes that are involved. Sometimes known traveling in tenths. And there are various things. I mean, if you want to practice that, just so you have it down, it's basically going from the A7th, which is the 5/7 of the chord of the song, into the 1, which is the D. I probably lost a couple of you guys there, but whatever key we're in, let's say we're in the key of C. C is the 1, and if you go up to your F, you count C, D, E, F. Ooh, 4. So C is the 1. F is the 4. What's up above F? G. It's the 5. And usually when we get to the 5 back up to the C, usually the 5 is a 7th, like a G7th. To the C, right? So that we call it 5/7. So no matter what key you're in, 1, 4, 5, 7 is always the same. If you're in D, D is the 1. And if you count up 4, G. And if you count up 1 more, it's A. And of course, we're making a 7th, so it's A7. So if this is usually when bands are playing, and you'll see the guy go 1, 4, 5, 7, 2, whatever. He's labeling the chords. So here's D, that's 1. So if I don't know what key we're in, you'll just say, oh, this is in D, and it's just basically 1, 4, 5. So you know that's going to go, or, right? Anyway, a little bit of advanced movement there. Sorry about that. I get caught on these tangents. Suddenly I become the teacher again. Anyway, okay, so we just did the intro and it comes to the verses. So we go, outside the rain begins, to the B minor, down to the A minor, starting with the A note, G. And notice how I'm doing the G with my ring finger and my little finger. The reason I do that is because there's movement that's going to happen. The next thing is a movement, and you want to be finger ready for that. So it'll look like this. Okay? Okay, so with the words in there, outside the rain begins, and it may never end, so cry no more on the shore a dream. And here's that movement from the A with the G and F sharp chord, F sharp minor, to B minor, and then E minor, da 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 da, and I usually like to go. If you have other members that are playing with you, they can stay on the E minor while you do, and then everybody goes to the A. And here's that traveling up, right? So. And then second verse. So close your eyes on me, and you can be with me. Down. And try to get yourself in the habit of going from that. If you have to go to a G, go from the A minor and do your G this way. You're muting the 5th string. So you know normally a G goes like this, right? With finger on the 5th fret, second fret, 5th string, excuse me. There's your G. But we do it this way. We're muting that 5th string, so you're hearing this. So if you were strumming, okay, so if you were strumming, that's what you'd be doing. I, being a finger picker, want you to learn how to do the finger picking as well. So that's what we're going to concentrate on. You can always strum, though, don't forget. And if you strum, it's always important to remember what key you're in so that anything below that D note you don't want, especially if you're playing a D chord. You don't want, or even, that's ugly. All right, so here you go. All right, so verses. Outside, okay, and you still got that up on top there. You still have a D, and you've got the C sharp there. Excuse me, the A, the D and the A, and we leave that E on top open. So first it's a D. Sorry, I got carried away with another song. Outside the rain begins, B minor, A minor, and that's A minor, 7th, down to the G, and again, doing G with our 3rd finger and our ring finger. And 2nd verse. So close your eyes on me. And you can, here's that G. Forevermore, forevermore. Close. Okay, we are now at the chorus. Close the window, calm the light, and we will be alright. Okay, so close. It's kind of almost like the song reverse chords. The window. Now we're going up. D, E, F sharp, F sharp major. Nice. Close. Let's slow down. Close the window, calm the light, and then major. For those of you more advanced, I like to travel up there from the minor to the major, and then traveling up by tenths. Sorry. And then here we go again with that G, going down. Okay, so here we go from the top. Let's take the intro. We're going to do this slowly, and then we'll take the first 2 verses, okay? So here we go. It starts 2, 3, 4, and... Outside the rain begins, and it may never end. So cry no more on the shore. A dream will take us out to sea. Forevermore, forevermore. Up. So close your eyes on me, and you can be with me, 'neath the gaze through the glades of ours, long forgotten now. We're all alone, we're all alone. Chorus. Close the window, calm the light, major, and it will be alright. A minor 7th, don't need to bar. Up to the G with the little finger and the 4th, and then down. It all begin. Learn how to breathe pretend. And this part right here, what we call the interlude between what we just did, the chorus, and the next verse, done several ways. When the piano does it, it's a little bit fuller. Sometimes on guitar, if you just simply want to put a G on top with your little finger, so you're going, learn how to pretend. And it's that pull off. Okay. You can do it that way, or you can go right back to the intro that we did. Learn how to pretend. Once a story's told. Okay. When we did it, I mean, it kind of evolved as it goes, as songs will tend to do. When you've written them or recorded them many years before, they tend to evolve on their own, and so they become this other song that still sounds like the original, but kind of a little bit different. So we've gotten to so far as to sometimes on stage we'll play this. And then once a story's told. Okay, so if you'd like to do that, you can. There's a lot of things that you can do that I won't be showing you today, but that you can do, and the song is just as legitimate. It's kind of like art. There are no real mistakes. There's just different choices. I mean, unless you're, just play the... That's a mistake. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. When you choose something that's within the music, it's just a choice. It's not you're not playing it wrong. You just decided to make this decision, that turn in the musical road. All right. So sometimes I will just simply go, learn how to pretend. So I'll put an A up on top, but I keep the G there. And this is a G with a D in the bass. That's why that slash. So it'll say D slash G. That just simply means that the D, no, I was right. G slash D, excuse me. I'm sorry. And that's all that means, is that D stays in the bass. D, regular D, then a G, with that bottom still the same. Okay? So it's like, that's the interlude. So close your eye once the story's told. It can't help but grow old. Roses do, lovers too, so cast your seasons to the wind and hold me dear. And to another chorus. Close the window, on the light, and it will be alright. No need to bother now. Let it all begin. Unforgotten now. We're all alone. We're all alone. Solo. So forth. All right, and the solo, it's just like the chorus. Ba-da-da-ba-da-po-pa-ba-da-dee, ba-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-doo-be-dee, pa-pa-pa-da-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. And then chorus. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da, close the window, calm the light, and it will be alright. No need to bother now. Let it out, let it all begin. All's forgotten now, my love. Da-boom, boom. We're all alone. In that period, you can wait as long as you want or as little as you want. You can just say, my love, 2, 3, 4. We're all alone. We're all alone. And that's as simple as that. That wasn't so hard, was it? No, of course not. Some songs will get a little bit complicated, but that's not one of them. I think that's a pretty easy song, We're All Alone, C and K. And I hope you had a fun time learning how to play that song. Practice it and play along with the video, okay? All right, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, once again, if you want to donate, I thank you in advance for that. I'm setting up that channel right now so that you can make donations. I like to call them support. But that is very helpful for us to keep these videos going. And so I want to thank you in advance for that. I can sure use the support. We can all use that support in this day and age, as they say on YouTube. I hear that a lot. In this day and age. Anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget, get your vaccination. That's right, get your vaccination. Don't be stupid. Get your vax. And of course, the same thing, the 3 W's. 3 W's, there you go. Wash your hands, watch your distance, and wear your mask. It helps, it all helps. Let's care about each other, not just about I, okay? Anyway, thanks again, and I will see you on the next tutorial. All right, take care.